Hoo-wee! She got bit by one of them there black widows. Hey gang, Jeff Stone here with day 71 of the year 2016 at MagicReview.com. Widow by Dominic Daly. I did this last time. Sorry, I'm not sure which one it is. D-A-L-Y, whatever that is. And he appears to be from the UK. So whatever the pronunciation would be if you're from the UK, that's his last name. This one's just funny to me. Here's one of these videos where it's proof that just because I think something's stupid doesn't mean I'm going to give it a bad rating. And I think this is stupid, but you may not. And so I'm just going to tell you what exactly you're getting, for the most part. The effect is you vanish a coin with your foot. That's the effect. So, and I can appreciate the streetness or coolness or whatever, or the hands-offness, pardon the pun, of that, where you throw a coin on the floor, you step on it, you lift your foot, and it's gone. I can appreciate that. But it's funny to me, and it's certainly nothing that could ever fit into my repertoire, but it may fit into yours. So my feelings about the effect are totally, as always, irrelevant. But that's the effect. You're getting the ability to vanish a coin that's on the ground with your foot. Now, the coin has to be attractive. So if you live in the UK, I believe the coin's there. Actually, is he from Canada? I think he might have said he lived in Canada. Maybe not. I don't know. What do I know? He certainly doesn't have a Canadian accent, but whatever. I'm not an accent expert. It's definitely not a Canadian accent, though. So I don't know where he's from. Anyway, Canadian coins will work. I think most people know what I'm talking about there. The other countries, the coins will work. American coins don't work. However, there's a second video. This is 2 downloadable videos and a gimmick is what you get for $30. The gimmick is on the other side of this little paper here. I can't show it to you. But you get 2 downloadable videos from Penguin Magic. So you'll just go to your Penguin My Account section and the videos will be there. As far as I know, these are Penguin's the only people that sell this trick. So, one of the videos is another dude, can't remember his name, and he shows you a way to make the coin attractive, and it's a simple thing. Basically, you just glue a washer on it, and that's all you need to. And for the way the method works, that's fine. It'll never be seen. So you're good. I mean, there's a little more to it than that, but that's the basic idea. So pretty straightforward there. Now, how does the method work? It's like a raven for your foot. If you're familiar with the raven, it's pretty much the raven for your foot. It's not quite as bulky as the raven gimmick was. The raven gimmick's about yay big around and kind of about that thick. It's not as bulky as that, but it's exactly the same concept as a raven, but it's for your foot. And if you remember how the raven hooked here, same thing on your big toe. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not kidding. So you have we'll call it a foot raven, it's the widow, hooked up to your big toe, and then you put your shoe on. Now, you need to have a sock on, and then the raven thing goes over your sock. You put your shoe on, you can walk around with it like that all day long. There's, an initial little one-time thing you need to do to get it set up for your right height and everything of how tall you are. But that's it. And then the one thing that's sort of nice about this over a raven is with a raven you had to hook up to your clothes. This is not really about your clothes per se. You do have to just clip it onto your pants, but you don't have to. It's not like the raven where you had to adjust it and make sure it's different. Anyway, I don't want to say too much more than that. But here's the thing. It's a one-time use. I mean, you can reset it, but you use it and that's it. You got to go excuse yourself and then rerun the Raven, foot Raven, the Widow up your pant leg and reset it, right? It takes a few minutes to do that. So this is not something that you can just do between tables unless you're, the person who hired you is okay with you going to the bathroom after every table and resetting your gimmick. So it's more like, again, to me it's just silly, but you may have a need for it, so I can't knock it because it's silly. But here's a couple things to think about. So the idea is you vanish the coin and then it reappears somewhere else. So you also need a coin swap, which is not hard at all. And so the advantage of that is even though you need attractive coins, you can borrow the coin because the one that vanishes is the one that you've made attractive. And then the one that you borrowed reappears somewhere else. And you do have the spectator initial one side of the coin, and then you initial the other side of the coin. So, but you do a little swap there. So the idea is you throw the coin on the ground, you step on it, it vanishes, and it reappears somewhere impossible. Where are they impossible? Whatever you can imagine. You could do one of those little nest of boxes things. He teaches you how to make it reappear just in your shoe that you removed. So you slip your shoe off, you show it's empty, and then you set it down, and then you throw the coin on the ground, step on it, it vanishes, and the spectator goes and looks in your shoe, and the coin's over there. You can do that if you don't mind people touching your shoe and reaching in there. Or you can make it appear inside of a playing card, which is, I like that idea. And if you know my work, you're familiar that I have an effect that does that, where a dime appears inside of a playing card. There are some differences. If you're familiar with the dime appearing in the playing card, I'll just tell you because it's my effect and I can ruin my own effect if I want right here. So you split a card, obviously, and then the thing with mine, with the dime, it's actually a switch, and or not a switch, I'm sorry, it's a duplicate dime, I should say. And so the dime is in the card, like long before the trick happens, and I just leave the card in the deck because it just makes it a little bit thicker, but it's just in the deck, and there's a dime in there, right? Well, the way I do it is I barely split it, and then I push the dime in there and let it split the card as it gets slid into the card, and then I glue it up. And so there's basically no movement room inside the card. The dime is just in one spot, and the whole rest of the card is sealed. You put that in a book overnight, clamp it down in a deck of cards or whatever, and you have this really cool little thing with a dime inside of it. With Dominic's version, you can load the dime or the coin, a quarter, which I could never do a quarter with my method. You could load the quarter in real time. That's cool. Second, with his, it's more of a pocket, whereas mine, like the coin is fused in there. His, it's more like, the same thing, you're card splitting, but it's like a pocket in there. It's very clever, very cool. And the other thing, too, you can hand it out after you open it up and give it to them. They can keep everything, card sign, coin sign. So that's a smart method. I like that, and I like it better than mine, although I do kind of like the advantage of having the dime really like squished in there. Anyway, whatever. There's also, this is silly to me, how to make the coin reappear in your back pocket. So you might just think, well, you're using duplicate coins here, right? The one that's on the ground vanishes. You've already got, retained the one that's really signed. Just reach in your pocket and pull it out, right? No. Cut the pocket out of your pants and then actually throw the real coin on the ground, and that's the one that really vanishes, and you retrieve it through your back pocket. I don't know that you need to do that, but whatever. It doesn't really show you how to, due to the way this Widow works, it's not quite as simple that the coin is just going to be right there. So he didn't really cover that in depth. So that was a little bit of an issue for me. Anyway, ad copy is dead on. Everything's there. I have an ad trailer over at magicreviewed.com that you can watch. But also, if you look at the bottom of this written review here over at magicreviewed.com, there's a little penguin there with the link. Click on that, and it'll take you over to Penguin's site, and it has a different trailer there, which shows the one in the shoe and stuff like that. But all the claims about the product are solid. And you get, 2 training videos and the gimmick all for $30. It's not a bad price. So the only other thing I would say, and this is not good or bad, it's just that's up to you, but dealing with the method, this is the kind of thing that I don't see you doing at your next corporate event, right? It's also, so it's got sort of that street vibe, and it's that kind of thing where, you could totally see somebody like David Blaine or Chris Angel taking their shoe off and doing something like this. It's got that vibe for sure. But so that means you're kind of probably doing it outside in that environment. And you get this moment of being really fair. Like, look, there's the coin. Then you cover it with your foot and your hands are up here. And then, lift your foot up and the coin's gone. It's pretty clean, very clean. But if it's, you don't want to get soggy socks, right? So you got to watch out for water on the ground and that kind of stuff. So there are some restrictions there, but the Vanish itself is super clean. And so as silly as I think all this is, the product quality is good. You're supplied with the stuff. The price is good, considering that you get a gimmick and you get the couple of videos. The method is good if you don't mind those restrictions, or if you don't mind that you're using your foot. Who am I to say that using your foot to vanish a coin is a bad idea? I don't know. That's up to you. But it works. When I say it's good, I mean it works. So as much as I wanted to give this a bad rating, I can't do it by my own standards. So 4 stars, stone status, a gem. That's it, folks. Now look over here. There should be a little round orange button. Click that. I shouldn't describe it as round and orange because someday I may change it, and it changes on all the videos when you do that. But some sort of a clickable thing there. Click it, share this video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which is, this is great, Skillet, The Last Night. I love Skillet. Let me write that down. Yeah, if you guys don't know Skillet, check them out. They're really good. Anyway, tune in tomorrow where, there's nothing to show you because the product came in a clear plastic bag and it was just the gimmick, and I can't show you the gimmick. So, but we're going to be reviewing Expert by, what is his name? It's Neil, and I can't remember his last name, sorry. It is, I don't know, it's Tobin or something. I think it's Tobin, Neil Tobin. Sorry, if it's wrong, I'll correct it tomorrow when we actually do the review. But the trick is called Expert. Until then, folks, thanks for watching. Peace out. Thank you.